What is up, YouTube singers? What is up, CKVX Studios, friends and family? I'm back after a week-long vacation, or as some of y'all call it, a holiday, in southwest Colorado in Ouray and Moab, Utah. And went jeeping with my best friend in the world that I grew up with from Pekin, Illinois. He is now an officer pilot in the U.S. Navy, and he's getting shipped over to Bahrain for a year. And he wanted to have some quality time with his parents, who also happen to live in Ouray, and he invited me to tag along and go for a lot of rides in his Jeep and going rock crawling and all over Ouray and in the Rocky Mountains, and it was just phenomenal. And I didn't get to do much music at all, and it was actually a nice little break, I won't lie. When you do music and teach vocals all the time, sometimes you just need a week off to let your voice kind of rest a little bit. And ironically, now I'm actually even more tired from doing so much and so much driving, all the way from Nashville all the way out to Moab, Utah. That's a very, very long drive. If you know the United States, you know that is a very long drive. But I'll tell you what, it was 100% worth it, and I had an incredible time. And I wanted to start the vlog off today with my vocal video log. I wanted to start it off today with a little clip. A couple vlogs ago, we talked about Carry On Wayward Son, the Kansas song, and the little bridge section. Surely heaven waits for you, that little line right there. And you have to excuse me, the temperature change and the climate change, and it's definitely got to me. And we got back late Sunday, and I immediately had a gig yesterday. And that's what I'm going to share with you, actually. So I had I didn't actually do a full gig for almost 2 weeks, and I won't lie, I went into it very, very fresh. But fresh isn't always the best thing for artistic reasons, but it's very good for vocal reasons, because you get to, your voice is almost so clean, it's kind of interesting, and it was very fluttery, and I enjoyed it. But I wanted to share with you, I had a little clip of my band last night. I took video, and I'm going to actually do more of this, so I can share what I'm doing with y'all as we do this. Not only am I going to have my guest come on, which I don't think the next vlog, but I'm getting my first buddy. His name's Mark Caldwell. He produced my last 2 EPs, and he plays with a guy named Tyler Farr. And I think he's going to be my first guest. So I just got to get it set up with Mark for him to come over here. And it's going to be really cool. And he can share his knowledge about recording vocals and things he notices touring with a major label artist. A whole bunch of fun stuff about singing, actually. And just music in general, and that's what this vlog is for. Anyway, so we're gonna get to that. But like I said, I'm gonna do more videos singing my stuff I do downtown and some things like that. I'm gonna get better at it. I will say I put the camera. I think my I don't know what it was. It's very washed out, so the footage kind of sucks, but the audio's there, and you can hear a very fresh, fluttery Chris Keller singing "Carry On Wayward Son." Here you go. Let's check it out. Anyway, there y'all have it. I try to walk the walk too. I try to walk the walk and not just talk the talk. I know a lot of vocal coaches sing, and I think it's really cool when a lot of vocal coaches can share what they do. And last night was kind of weird because we got back after, like I said, I was gone for the whole week. But this weather has been so weird. So it was cold again last night. Some of the coldest spring I've ever experienced in Tennessee. So the weather was cold last night. The crowd was very low. And I'm like, that's not a bad thing since I just took an entire week off from singing. So kind of took advantage of it and tried some things. And as you can hear, the Nama, all that stuff, very fluttery. I went into it so light. I won't lie, it was very light. So I was kind of playing it safe. And that was in the middle of a 4-hour set. So the vocal coach in me says, very nice, light, fluttery approach. But the artist in me says, come on, man, you got to attack that a little harder. But there also, the little bit of the smart, tiny brain I have in there also says, well, hold up. You're doing a 4-hour set. You don't want to push it too hard. So all of those things I think are right. But there you have it. So I'm going to try to do some more clips and stuff in the future and share more with you. I have some more from last night, but I'm kind of debating on sharing it with y'all. There's some fun stuff, but I'm going to get some better footage. I'm going to get some better video, and especially when the crowd's bigger. When it's cold on a Monday night, there's only so much you can do, but we'll get some good footage coming up, especially this summer. It's going to be slammed where we're playing, and we're kind of picking up in a couple other gigs, a couple other places downtown too. So it's going to be some fun video clips. So stick around for those. Leave your comments about your thoughts on that little clip right there, and or any ideas that you have also to make live footage better. I wouldn't mind hearing your tips and tricks on that. I'm using a GoPro Hero 4, and I know audio, there's only so much you can do in a live setting unless you're coming straight out of the mixer, which I do not have that capability of doing at this gig. But yeah, please feel free to give me some tips and stuff so I can share more of what I do with y'all. And in fact, I did post a little clip of me singing Tennessee Whiskey, the Chris Stapleton tune, on my Instagram, Douglas Warren CK. Follow me on Instagram and leave a comment saying, hey, I saw your vlog, and let's chat. Let's be friends. So Douglas Warren CK, that's my Instagram. Follow me on there. All right. So let's get to one question today as we're getting back into things. So this one is Kevin Matt W. He said, I have a question. You mentioned the phrase natural compression a few times. How would you distinguish natural compression from unnatural/artificial compression? How would this sound? Thanks. I'm looking forward to seeing more videos from you. Thanks, brother. Thank you, Kevin. And truth is, that is an awesome question. And I know I've talked about that in the past. I say natural compression. And the clip I just showed you, Carry On Wayward Son, that little clip of the bridge right there, I tried to do that with as much natural compression as possible without forcing it. The difference is, to me, the terms themselves, to say natural compression versus unnatural artificial compression, it doesn't mean anything in itself so much, I will say. What I call artificial is when you're really taking the air and you're pushing it down and you're holding it down to get this kind of squeezing sound. And I used to teach a lot of that. I'm sure there's videos of me somewhere on YouTube. I know some people used to rip them and put them on their own YouTube page. Please don't do that. Please don't do that. But there's some old videos some people used to rip and put on their own YouTube page before the place I used to work for took them down. And there was, it was interesting because I was teaching this real heavy compression sound all the time. This sound, carry on my wayward son. That's a very forced compression. The lyrics is not only down, but it's forced down, and I'm kind of holding the air. You could do it from your diaphragm, or you could do it, really anywhere you're going to feel it. But it's like you're holding the air and squeezing and then singing that way. There's time and place for that. But if you do it all the time, while you're learning, especially working on a certain scale or working on a particular song with a certain high note, and you think, if I compress really hard, I can go up there and get it, and it's really thick, it's really full. Yes, that's true, but you also got to remember you're using a lot of muscle, you're using a lot of oxygen, a lot of energy, and your voice is kind of being pushed to its limit. So it is possible to do especially if you keep it balanced, that nice shape with the pharyngeal voice mixed in with a lot of tone, big and open down here. But the problem is your voice is being squeezed so hard it can only do so much. And you can wear your voice out after 40 minutes. You can do a 40-minute set and just be completely done. At the end of that 40 minutes, your voice says, I'm done. I can't do this anymore. So I like to use the term natural compression to talk about, I've talked about this in, I think, a couple earlier videos as well. I think this is where the question came from before I actually started the vlog. But natural compression to me comes from the way the words are actually shaped. It actually comes from the consonants of the syllables themselves. If I take your question literally, Kevin, if I say, I have a question, you mentioned the phrase natural compression. So there's a little bit of natural compression when you geminate your consonants. All right, so the ends, nothing, no, nay, all of that, it actually builds up a little bit of, all right, but it's just a tiny bit. It's just enough to make sure the N is there, and then when you open up and you go to the vowel, whatever that may be, A, E, I, O, U, Oi, Ow, whatever it may be, as you're going into that vowel, it makes it a little more connected. It makes that vowel a little more strong. It's got a little bit more foundation to stand on. So then it's naturally a little bit thicker. It's a little bit more open rather than forcing it. So, excuse me. Little Marco Rubio move right there. Points if you know that reference. That was good old US 2016. Hell of a year with political stuff. But yeah, anyway. So natural compression, like the word no. If I were to say no, very natural. No. That's a little more natural. But if I were to squeeze it with an unnatural compression, nope. It's a little heavier, right? And it's just not as fun to do. Same thing with a nay. I know a lot of us do the nay exercises. So if I very light natural compression, nay. I don't even know what note that is, but if I squeeze it, nay. It's heavier, yes, it's a little thicker, nay. But it's a lot harder to work, all right? It's a lot harder to work. It takes a lot more energy, a lot more pressure. And the problem is doing it, especially for me, like in a 4-hour set, it's not going to happen. It's just not going to happen. I can do it for about 20 minutes, 30 minutes, and after that, my voice says, nope, you're done. The thinner your vocal cords are, the quicker your voice is going to wear out. So natural compression is where you still keep a nice steady flow, but you emphasize the consonants. You make sure the consonants are good. You keep it open. That way your vowels are still full, but they're not squeezed and literally compressed. All right, so Kevin, I hope that answered your question, and sorry if I'm a little loopy or sloppy today. I'm just kind of getting back into the swing of things. So hit me up, leave some questions in the comments section for the next vlog. I'll try to get to a couple of them this week. And like I said, my buddy Mark Caldwell, he should be here, and we're going to do some, he's going to be the guest, and we're going to do some discussions on just singing and music and in the professional world of recording and touring and all that good stuff. So I appreciate y'all. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet, and like my video if you like it, of course. And yeah, hit me up with questions and comments, and like my Instagram, all right? Douglas Warren CK. I'm going to be putting some clips up of singing on there too. Y'all take it easy. Thank you.